Okay, so we're back again. I don't know if this can work out, but I'm pressing the wrong shortcut. I picked this one because, well, the background's not white, but it's consistent color at least. So, what you can do if the background really is white, I'm gonna try it here, but I don't know if it'll work. GIMP is freeware. You can download it. It's free, completely free. There's no trial versions or whatever. And what it lets you do, it lets you remove the white from a background. It's called color to alpha. So yeah, color to alpha, wherever it went. And then you just hit OK, and you have just line art left now, which is better. So what you're going to do next, which is easy, is you can use this magic wand, and then you click back on this layer here. You just it doesn't work, or no. Anyway, I'm gonna do it a different way then. So this is a path tool. Basically, what it does, you select an area, and you can do whatever you want with it. So you just go. It's obviously easier with a tablet, but if you don't have one, then you're out of luck. If you're using the path tool, if you want to save yourself a headache, don't grab a whole bunch of, don't do the whole head at once, for example. And I'm probably gonna do it and lose my entire path, man. So that's how I roll. This is one way of doing it. And it can be done with a mouse too. It doesn't involve as much precision as other things. Now, I think they're connected. And I'm gonna press Enter key. And that just selects that area I just made. And now I can you can color it in with the paintbrush if you want. You can just do this. Or you can do this. Or not! Never mind, don't do that. Oh, that was me making a mistake. You pick the path on this layer, but you do not ever want to color on your line art layer. In fact, I should duplicate this layer and hide it just in case. Back to this layer. I don't name my layers, but you can if you want to. Layer. Anyway, filled it in like that. Pow. Or else you can just do this and erase it later. Some people do it like that, but I'm not going to. And I guess I have to select it again, but that's fine. I have to add this one again. So, depending on how good of an artist you are, I'm not saying people are crappy artists, but you can put each color on a different layer if that helps you at all. This might be really boring, so if you want, you can skip it. Because, I don't know, I might be bored. I don't really have anything to talk about. Other than the fact that, I don't know, I could talk about the weather. There's no snow! I had to buy a pair of shoes because I don't have any shoes. And I couldn't wear my work shoes because... No, I don't. I couldn't wear my work shoes because, well, the ones I had weren't mine and they were falling apart anyway, so... Generally don't want to wear things that are falling apart because your feet don't, you know, they don't work out too well. I'm having... If you're not sure about something, look up a reference. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna just look up suit for a second here. Because I'm not sure whether the labels are darker or lighter than the suit. And I would say they are, I don't know, darker. They don't really have a difference to you. That's just using what was I doing then? I can't remember. Back to this. I don't. Okay, so I colored it in. These are called your flats, basically. And as for the coloring, I'm not actually that good at it. But as a general rule, with GIMP, what you have is something called the burn dodge tool. Basically, it lightens and darkens things for you. And I have it on, not sure what it's on right now. So then you can just go here. Dodge means it will lighten the color. Burn means it will darken it. And the range is the type of colors it will dodge and burn. So shadows, midtones, and highlights. So I'm gonna put on highlights, or not highlights. Put on burn for highlights, and then yeah, you only have one stroke because otherwise it just keeps burning it. Obviously easier if you have a tablet. I'm going to burn this whole part here because it's the last layer of the hair. What you can also do there, you can just take the paintbrush and steal the color you were using and just paint with it instead if you want. That one went a little darker than I wanted, but just like that. That way you can go over your strokes more than once if you need to. Well, now her hair matches her face. Whatever, I don't care. When you're coloring, see, this is, I put this as grayish instead of black because when you're doing your flats layer, you don't want to put the darkest color. You want to put the middle color, so you can lighten and darken it as necessary. I duplicated all the layers because it's not burning. It only burns the layer you're on, and I don't want to destroy the flats just in case I mess up, so. This I'm just going off the top of my head. I don't really know. As I said before, the best way to do that is get a reference manual. When I do this, I usually don't do the shadows dark enough, so keep in mind that you might want to do that more than I do. Because, yeah, I don't usually put them. I can see them because I'm sitting right in front of the screen, but I always forget that other people can't see them. What you can also do is you just paintbrush this and you go over here. Oh, my computer thinks it's white, that's why. My computer thinks this is already white because underneath the liner it's got the see the yellow bits. It's just the imperfections from the photograph, but I don't really care, so just gonna go back here, make sure I have pure white on. Yeah, it's not coloring on top of it. It thinks it's already white, but it's actually not. So I guess I'm not highlighting it. Unless I use a shade of blue. It should be something like this. A little lighter than that. Yeah, like that. And I'm gonna put it on the airbrush so it's not overkill. putting that there even though it's darker because you don't want to have static colors, especially on hair, because hair has so many colors in it that you just don't want to do that. I don't know where my light source is, so don't ask. I'm just making it up as I go along. I'm undoing all that, by the way. I don't like it. So everything I just did with the bottom there. Burn and dodge tool I just did. So now we're going to move on to this part. This might not work good, but so what I did was I put on the airbrush. I made it really big. I turned it down to a really soft pressure. It's not as soft as I want it, so I'm going to turn the opacity down. The opacity is how solid the color is. I want to do this here, make this glow a bit, but I don't want to make it super strong. And then I'm going to take it off this part. Don't really want it there. But I'm going to Control do that, and I'm going to, well, it's already on, soft. It's a soft eraser. I just turn the opacity of the eraser down a little bit so that it wouldn't be like it won't be a solid eraser. Okay. Then here we're gonna I'm gonna use a white airbrush. Nothing too powerful. Fine then, that area. Why is it shaped like a square? So it wouldn't change itself to a really weird shape. I don't know why. Yeah. That's really confusing me, actually. I don't know, my brush turned into a rectangle and I don't know why. Even though I keep trying to change it back, it won't. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm having an error of some sort, which is wonderful, so just use this one. It's kind of circle shape. The blue's a bit darker, so that's why I'm turning it up. The circle still doesn't. This is more of a texture brush, but when your airbrush isn't working, you don't have a choice. Or not my airbrush, my circle brush. You know what? I'm not gonna go with the blue. I'm gonna go. And there you go. It's not super fantastic, and I'm sure lots of people could do a much better job, but that's how I did it. Yeah. I hope you like it. I don't know if you do, but yeah, basically that's it.